Are we live again?
Yes, we
I
are.
thought you were giving me the day off.
No days off for you.
Man,
And not for me either.
that's true. By the way, we have now gone over 9 months consecutively, 9 months and 4 days of RobLynn Live, and we're kind of excited about that. No, we're not excited. We're just proud of it, and it's a good feeling. We have a lot of the same folks who drop in, and that's fun. And then we have newcomers every night. Remember, I point that out to you.
Yes, we do.
Which
New
is good stuff.
We love it.
Now, if you thought last night was lit, you ain't seen nothing yet. Uh-oh, what happened? I didn't touch anything. Oh, there we are. Okay. Tonight is going to be lit. We've got a guest panel tonight of superstars within ONPASSIVE. And I think you'll like what we're going to talk about tonight. And oh my goodness, they're dropping in left and right.
Perfecto.
All right. Well, here we go. Today is day 274, as I mentioned. Today is Friday, the 19th day of May, 2023, in the month to remember. And it's probably going to be the 2 days to remember, tonight and all day tomorrow. This is RobLynn Live with Ollie,
the Wonder Dog.
All right. So Friday's events included an 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time global dedicated on Pacifians, which is always good. Also at 11 a.m., there was that Red Redfern, Grandpa Red, with a short update. I think he was on about 14 to 16 minutes, which was good. And then at 11:30 Eastern Daylight Time, Chris, conductor, captain, Grandpa, etc., Johnson came along with his words of wisdom, firing up the troops. And then at 12 p.m. or thereabouts, because I think Marty was about 8 minutes late. I mean, we were 2 minutes late, but not 8. 8 minutes late, Marty Pop DeGarmo bringing his usual words of inspiration, which was good. It was good today. Yeah. All right, now at 2 p.m., the list just keeps getting bigger. At 2 p.m., Yvonne Mundy, Dr. Mundy, with One Global Movement was on with her thoughts about women and children and all the good things that go with that. Then at 8 p.m., that's right, it's a little bit after 8, coming your way and coming in hot from St. Petersburg, Florida, at 20 feet above sea level and presented by the RobLynn Live Network, which is growing now to 5 viewers. So the network is growing exponentially. It's most everybody's, we didn't say everybody's, most everybody's favorite 8 p.m. interactive chat with Lynn Nakamoto, the Mad Hatter, and of course, Ollie, the effervescent Wonder Dog.
That's right.
And his virtual Where's Ollie contest that features Ollie in a different locale nightly. It's a different country, different city every night. So please wait for Lynn to ring Grandma Bobby's cowbell. Still didn't get the big bell.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, around 8:30 p.m., give or take, according to Casey and Frank Rowe and John Butakas and Barilla. Everybody knows that we're not always right on time with that bell. Bobby's cowbell. And around 8:30 p.m., maybe a minute after that, we lost the volume, or are we okay?
I just brightened the screen.
Oh, brighten the screen. All right. And then, ooh, I look a little brighter, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
And so do you. And then she will highlight one of your chats, comments, and then go for it, kids. Make your guesses. And please don't guess before the cowbell, because let's see, who's in. Oh, Frank Rowe or Casey Zevenbergen will be the one to disqualify you. Those are the two Where's Ollie virtual police. Tonight's biggie of an announcement is about the huge, and we do mean huge, event coming in very hot at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time until 12:10 p.m., which is an interesting time to finish.
Mm-hmm.
We never finish on time. So
no,
that's just
that's true.
An estimate. And we will be, and it will be seen on ONPASSIVE's corporate YouTube channel. So hello to Peter Rogers. Glad you're here. Collins, you've got company. Peter's here. And the corporate YouTube channel can be found easily. Go to YouTube, type in the search bar, Let's see. Type in the search bar ONPASSIVE corporate YouTube channel, and voila. And hello to Bob. Bob has joined us in the waiting room. Just be a couple more minutes, and we're going to swing into action, Bob. There will be at least one big, and we do mean big, announcement mañana, and very lavish. Now, that's not a word you usually hear from me, but Ash said it, so I'm just going to repeat it. Tomorrow's event will be very lavish. Did I hear there's going to be celebrities there too?
Yes, we heard
so
that.
we're going, the RobLynn Live Network's going to Dubai? No?
No.
Oh, shucks. Oh, well, as we now say nightly, if you haven't migrated, excuse the broken record, get after it. And if you need any help with this and signing the new NDA, get after that too, okay? Please. And of course, go to the marketplace and get your O Connect free trial. That's FREE trial.
You almost had trouble with that, huh?
Couldn't even spell free. And now it's going to be going live to the world for purchase. Now, did you hear what I said?
For purchase.
What does that mean?
Means apples are coming soon.
It will be, that's right. It will be Oh, here we go. It will be commissionable to, and that's on 1 June 2023. So that's a Marty boom, a baby boom. Boom, baby, boom. True. Okay, so please send your love, light, and prayers to all who are ill or recovering from any type of accident. And I'd like to make a correction to our wishes we sent out to Robert Tantulo. Sorry, Robert, I had mistakenly said it was your, did I say it was his dad? It was actually his mom.
No.
It was his mom who passed. So our thoughts and prayers go out to you, brother. We've both been there, and we're feeling your pain. So lots of prayers to you, brother. And please send your love, light, and prayers to all else who are ill or recovering from any type of accident. Also, as we say every night, and we'll continue to say, pray for Ash, his lovely wife, and their two brilliant boys, Omar and Chunky, who to be honest, I'm Chunky. Chunky's not Chunky. Yeah. I've told Ash that a few times. Well, Chunky's not so chunky. And the teams of staffers around the globe for their safety and good health. Well, tonight we have 5 of this movement's most brilliant founder brand ambassadors. We have Dr. Pekam Takusi. We have Mr. Bob Takusi. I think they're related. Are they related or just by name?
They're siblings.
Oh, they're siblings. All right. Got it now. And Mr. Collins Manna, who's, is he snoozing again? Collins, wake up. And Oliver Fonteh, and we expect we may have a drop-by, a special guest that may drop in, that Pop DeGarmo, Marty DeGarmo. Our topic is on passive epic. Now, we could say a lot about epic and a lot about on passive, and we'll leave that to the panelists. But I'd like to give a good definition, and every time I try to read the definition of epic, it came up with a biblical reading. So I'll say that. Epic is a long poem, typically one derived from ancient or oral tradition, narrating the deeds and adventures of a heroic.
That's a tongue twister. That's a hard word.
Heroic or legendary figure of the history of a nation. Now, let's put in the names Ash Mafara. Let's put in the names Muhammad Kamal. Let's put in the names of Dr. Susan. Let's put in the names of everybody around the world. Cool. And we've got one epic situation going on here.
We do.
And it's all very fitting that tonight, prior to what we're told will be a lavish, and that's capital L, capital A, capital V, capital E, capital S, capital H. You didn't think I could spell out lavish.
No.
Well, that being said, we want to hear from our panel tonight. We tried to make this as quick as we could because you guys hear me every night. You don't hear these guys every night.
Oh, be sure to tell Deborah. Deborah, we have a 60-second pause between your comments. So if you try to comment within a minute, it's not going to work. You got to wait a minute, then you can make another comment.
And the only reason that's been done was to relieve a little of the pressure on Miss Nakamoto, who at times can't keep up very well with the chat. And those of you who do these lives around the world, you know it ain't easy keeping up with the chat. And wait till you see the O Connect chat.
Oh,
that is like triple the speed of any other platform.
This chat is fast enough. Within our short show, we got probably thousands of comments, so it's a lot. So what happens, this is the trick to it, you guys. So since you're going to have to wait between comments, right? This is what we suggest. Instead of saying hi to single people, hi, John, hi, Mary, hi, whatever. Instead of that, say hi, John, comma, Mary, comma,
That's a big help. And
that'll help you a lot if you just put like hello to 5 or 6 people at once. That'll be really a good thing. And less scrolling for everybody to do if you do that. Group your hellos. That's what I suggest.
All right. So we got 2 Takusis. We've got an Oliver Fonteh. We've got a Collins Manna. Let's say 2. Wow. And a drop in just maybe of Marty DeGarmo. So without further ado, we'd like to bring in Dr. Pekam Takusi and tell us a little about EPIC and ONPASSIVE, please.
All right. Are you going to bring them all in or just her?
We'll bring them all in.
Okay.
Everybody's coming on, and we'll keep everybody muted but the speaker.
Welcome,
if that's okay.
Everyone. We're bringing everybody in.
Hello, everybody. We're glad everybody's here. This is the warm-up. This is the prelude to tomorrow's lavish event.
So tonight we have Dr. Pekam Takusi, and we have Oliver Fonteh. We have
it's Bob Takusi.
Bob Takusi, and Collins Manna.
Correct.
Yay, I got them all right.
All right, you're a good master of ceremonies. So without further ado, Pekam, we'd like to hear from you first, please.
All right. Am I on?
Yes,
you're on.
You're in
okay.
You're live and you're center stage.
Yay.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Pekam Takusi, and I am your friend. I'm calling from Colleyville in the great state of Texas. It is a privilege and a very humbling moment for me to be present on RobLynn Live. Being a typical African woman, Auntie Lynn, I'm going to call you Auntie, and I'll call Mr. Rob, Uncle Rob, not because you're my aunt or my uncle, but because as a typical African, we do have a lot of respect for our seniors. So when I address you, Auntie Lynn and Uncle Rob, it's coming from a place of respect, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So, epic. The word epic. Something which is unforgettable, awesome. So for that reason, I'm going to start my talk this evening with a famous scripture that I really, really love. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. It was with God in the beginning. Through him, all things were made. Without him, nothing was made that has been made. In him was light, and that light was the life of man. That light shines in the darkness, but the darkness does not comprehend it. Why do I start with that? Because we find ourselves today in an epic moment. What's happening on ONPASSIVE? It's something which is unforgettable. We are in a season when a great light is shining upon humanity, but majority of humanity has no clue on what's going on. This is a season that we see the word being made flesh. If I had any doubt in my life growing up, understanding what does it mean to speak the word and bring it to life, Mr. Ashmufara has shown me through ONPASSIVE when the word becomes flesh. Your word is your seed. Whatever is found in a seed must grow when it is placed on fertile grounds. Your word is your seed, and your seed carries your intention. When we speak our word with intention, when that intention carries a level of energy, that the amplitude of that intention is so great that it is able to disrupt and interrupt anything contrary to bringing whatever that intention that you have behind. Nothing can stop you. You become unstoppable, which is exactly what we see in Mr. Mufara. If we listen to his story, how ONPASSIVE was birthed from 2018, it started from a place where he was dissatisfied. The famous Bob Proctor of blessed memory says dissatisfaction is a place for creation. Mr. Mufara was dissatisfied with what he had available for him at a critical time when he wanted to work from home, from the comfort of his home. What did he do? He didn't just sit down. He did his research, and there was nothing available for him to use. He got to a crossroad. And when we usually get to a crossroad, it is time for you to take a break. You stand, you look for the ancient path and walk in it, and you will definitely find rest for your soul, which is exactly what Mr. Ash did. When he couldn't find it, he was already very, very schooled in what he wanted. He knew exactly what needed to be done and what was not supposed to be done. So what did he do? He got to work. Mr. Ash was able to recognize a season. He was able to get into the office in India that was about to close down. At the right time, at the appointed time, right there, bam, he was there. He did not miss his moment of visitation. He got them. Fast forward, he told us the story. Then you get moving from one office to the other, the office in Hyderabad and everything. And then we find ourselves today in a place where little did he know that when he started, he was going to be where he is today. Mr. Mufara just went with his zeal, his intense decision to uplift humanity, to bring about something that was going to change the world. He did not have it all figured out. But like Maya Angelou says, do what you know best. But when you know better, then you start doing better. Because during his career, he's always done what he knew how to do best. So when it was time for him to now apply what he knew how to do best to do something better, it was very, very easy, flawless, effortless for him to tap into what he knew already how to do, because always giving the best of himself has been the mantra of Mr. Mufara. You heard him, he said also that he was never satisfied with mediocrity. He's always been the person to look above what was given. He always imagined himself to do something great, greater than the normal. So I'm not at all surprised that intention of his, that desire to bring about the greatness that is found in humanity, was backed by divinity. When you have an intention as great as that has to do with uplifting everybody. When you get to a place when you recognize that greatness is found in everybody, that you doing better will not take away from me. It's only going to add on mine. And me doing better is not going to take away from you. You get to a place where you want to just uplift everybody. That's why Mr. Mufara has never been scared. He has never been bothered. He has never been threatened, because he knows that his greatness is for him to tap into, bring out the diamond which is in him, and then share. That's why we are all at this epic moment of ONPASSIVE, because of a man who has recognized the fact that there is potential in every human being on this planet Earth. There is potential. Our telomeres are hitting, looking for information to give to our genes to let us know that it is time for us to transcribe something, transcribe better proteins, that we can now be better inventors and creators. He knows that there is no competition with anybody, but with the best version of yourself. Because of Mr. Mufara, we find ourselves at this point in time in history. What is going to happen tomorrow? The world has never seen that before. And it's not a coincidence that is happening at the end of April, of the end of May. Tomorrow is the 20th. Today is May 19th. When you understand everything, how the universe conspires, everything, the constellations, the zodiac signs, all the planet, everything is always working together for good. Those who have eyes to see are able to see and tap into this. I don't think it is a coincidence that all this is happening the way it is happening. The zodiac sign is being moved from Taurus to Gemini. Gemini is the sign for communication. When you know the energy which is found during the zodiacal sign, when the sun is found in that constellation, you know it's a time for communication. ONPASSIVE is about to create history like never before. So, my dear ONPASSIVians, let us tap and plug into the energy of Mr. Mufara. He got into this to uplift people. He got into this so that we will show people that we still have good people on earth. Unfortunately, we have been conditioned to look at the impossibility. 95% of humanity is always looking at the impossibility. That is why when this great opportunity was given to our brothers and sisters, they didn't get it, because they've always looked at how can he do it? Where is he going to get all the money from? No, it's impossible. But little did they know that it is always from the faith as small as a mustard seed, because it is not about the seed. It is about the divine energy which lies behind the seed that makes it grow. He stayed true to himself. He stayed true to his vision. He stayed true to his purpose. He put a deaf ear to all the naysayers. He put a deaf ear to anybody who did not resonate on the same frequency with him. And that's why he told us on Tuesday, you have to have your head above. You have to always remain true to your purpose. Stay on course, because every frequency of vibration carries its result. Whatever it is that we are looking for, if we maintain our frequency on that level of vibration, we are going to connect with people who resonate like us. And guess what happens? Those who do not resonate, they will automatically fall down. So don't worry about those who don't agree with you, who don't see eye to eye with you. It is because they are on a different frequency of vibration. Stay true to yourself. The universe and divine force is going to connect those who you need for such a time as this. We heard Mr. Mufara saying, the tree shook, and those that did not need to be on the tree, they all fell off. Right now, he knows those who stayed with ONPASSIVE because they believed in him. And believe it or not, those of us who were true to Mr. Mufara, we helped in keeping his energy on that level because we believed in him. When you believe in somebody and you tell that person that I believe in you, you invoke something in that person. Because of you believing in that person, he's going to make sure he doesn't bring down your trust. So all those of us who have believed in the cause of Mr. Mufara, we need to give ourselves a hand of applause. because we assisted our CEO to stay true to himself. We assisted him in recognizing the fact that he is okay up there. We assisted him in recognizing the fact that there are still people who believe in quantum possibilities. There are still people who know that it is all about particle to wave, matter to energy. Everything exists in the eternal now. It exists in wave form. If you are able to focus, you put your focus on one thing, you're going to collapse the wave to form, which is what our CEO has done. He set his mind on bringing this platform into existence, and he collapsed the wave into ONPASSIVE, which is why we are all here. This is an epic moment, an unforgettable moment in the history of humanity. So what else can I say? I'm going to end with my quote like I did in Manchester with Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill said, and if we will have our faith in our cause with an unconquerable will to win, victory can never be denied us. For success is not final. The reason why Mr. Mufara is always going from one hilltop, mountaintop to the other. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal, but it is the courage to keep on going on that counts. That is why we are here. That is why we are ONPASSIVE. And that is why we find ourselves in such an epic moment in the history of humanity. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you, Uncle Rob. It was a pleasure coming on your platform. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Don't go anywhere. Don't hop off the platform there. We're going to do like a round robin where everybody follows everybody. But let me say this. As a visionary, I think you're a visionary. In just your words, I could tell that you believe in everything Ash believes in. And we all here, I think, the RobLynn platform, what we've got, and what you guys say all the time around the world, whether it be on a chat or a webinar, it's all about the vision, the value of what we have, and as you mentioned, Dr. Pekam, victory. And there ain't no stopping us now, as we say in Savannah, Georgia. So thanks a lot for your words, and I feel uplifted, and I may last the whole hour without falling asleep. So not too shabby.
And here we have Vera Washington, who says, powerful words of life. Woman of God, bless you. Keep on going higher in Christ Jesus.
Thank you, Vera. We appreciate you being here every night, and those words are powerful right there.
And we have Michael Tipton saying, thank you for your beautiful words, my sister. Those nails on fire, fire, fire.
And thank you, Lynn. What am I thanking you for? Oh, you invited me tonight, right? All right, enough of the...
And Mamoto says, say it, Sister B. Takusi. You are magnificent. We got a lot of excited people who heard your message today. And Francis Tay in Singapore says, preach it, sister. The word became flesh. Your word will become flesh. Your dream will become reality. So you struck a chord in many of our followers today. So we thank you for being here.
All right, I think we'll move over to Mr. Security himself, the epic Oliver Fonteh. And we are fine, Oliver. I don't care what anybody says anymore. We are fine.
Whoo, 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 Dr. Pekam. Damn, you nailed it. You nailed it, sister. That was a good one and a good intro. Before we follow, you know, and I want to thank Lynn, Rob, for inviting us here today, and for those who are watching on Pacifian, I want to say welcome and prepare yourself. Tie your belts. Tomorrow is going to be more than 2 hours, from 10 a.m. to 12:10.
Oliver,
PM.
could I interrupt briefly? The time has now been changed. This is
Okay.
Pat Parent brought it to our attention, and then Marty just confirmed it. The beginning time for tomorrow is 0900 hours, or 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Wow.
So early birds, we're going to get the worm early tomorrow. So 9
I know, right?
a.m.
Please prepare your coffee in the morning and or your tea. then watch. Thank you very much. The topic today is epic. No other word that we can use today with what happened on Tuesday. And epic, which is true. And when I also look at epic and look at what Dr. Pekam defined it today, I say it's unique. ONPASSIVE is unique. Our products are unique. Anything ONPASSIVE is unique. You like it or not, it's true. Why do I say so? When you look at the structure of ONPASSIVE, there's no company on this planet that has our structure. Nobody comes to ONPASSIVE, nobody buy anything from ONPASSIVE without passing through the founders. That's the number one best of the structure. Again, it's out of humanity, the heart. We need to replicate ourselves. We need to impact people's life. None of the company today on this planet Earth. That is why we are unique. And today, ONPASSIVE is the ONPASSIVE, the biggest and the biggest of the company on this planet Earth. When you look at the branding, the style, ONPASSIVE style of branding, Mr. Ash Mufara took it to a different level. Look at the train station. More than 700,000 people are on that route, that train station. Look at the Dubai Mall. Look at that building. Look at the lighting, the flashing of the products that are on that Burj Khalifa building. That is the branding. That is another level of marketing. That is unique. You know, that is unique. Everything, like I said, everything ONPASSIVE is unique. Take our product, Connect, that will soon be coming out to the market. It's unique. Why is it unique? You know, it has more than, it's the futures that are there. It's more than any other video conferences that you can see on this planet, Earth. More AI, scalable, it's stable. You know, you can name them from one to the other. Come again. Tell me which company that has that started with a cloud data center multi-region. That is why we are unique. ONPASSIVE. When we want to name them, look at our office in Hyderabad. Look at Burj Khalifa, 2 floors. We are not renting. ONPASSIVE is not renting. ONPASSIVE bought them. Look at the train station. Look at Egypt. No product will not make 1 dime or cent. ONPASSIVE is unique. Our products were built from scratch with AI, automation and integration. That is unique. A company that took less than how many years, and how many products are going to be released? Already we have 3 free products in the market: ONET, OConnect, OTrim, OMail, ONET, and OTrim. That in the market, free products. That is what makes us unique. Our CEO himself is a man of good heart. Look at what he did to us on Tuesday. I fell on the floor. I was like, what is this? My brother Collins was crying. And when I talked with Bob and the rest, we were just like, our lives will never be the same again. Look at me, an IT guy. I can say tomorrow I'm fine. My generation and my generation and all of us will be fine. Why is ONPASSIVE not unique? Look at the way they treat the employees. He said it again on Tuesday, that their lives will never be the same. Their lives will never be the same. So everybody in ONPASSIVE is fine. From our products employee to the founders, everybody is fine. And the world also will be fine. Why? Because we are going to impact people's lives. We are going to replicate ourselves. We are going to replicate ourselves. Let me go to other product again. That is unique. Mail, video, mail, speech to text, mail. Where have you seen it? Never. You go there, when you go to you see the dashboard. When you go to the dashboard, you see everything, how you've used, how many emails you got. You have priority emails. The good one, of course, I cannot talk without talking about security. You don't have junk mail or You don't have junk mail. You don't have spam mail. We are unique in everything. ONPASSIVE is unique in every blessed thing. Like I keep saying all the time, that ONPASSIVE is like the eagle. You know the eagle, when he flies, you come, he goes up. You want to come up, he goes up. You want to come up, he goes up. You cannot go on top of the mountain. When you go on top of the mountain, you go to the tallest tree on top of the mountain. That is why we are unique, ONPASSIVE. That is why we are unique. I'm so proud. I'm proud to be an ONPASSIVE founder and a brand ambassador that understand how these products they are, understand how the net, how IT market, software markets are being sold out there, how the mafia that is in, and our CEO look into all the gaps that are in all the products, and he like put them together. If there's any product that is not in ONPASSIVE, then that product doesn't have value. He said that, and that is true. Because when you look at all virtual, all companies need all virtual with AI. Companies need all tracker. Companies need all connect. Companies need all desk. I can name them on and on and on and on because they are vibe, because they have that value. We also need ONPASSIVE as we individuals. We need ONPASSIVE products. We need OMail, and OMail has gone. It's a different level of OMail. We need ONet. In ONet, you have blog and you have podcasts for free. For free. You have OTrim. Unique also. Epic. For free. So we want to name these things, we will name them. That is why we are at the top. That is why we are at the top. Debt-free company. The first time that a company will go to the market with more than 1 million not founders only, customers. Where have you heard that? Never heard of. That is why we are unique. ONPASSIVE is unique. ONPASSIVE is unique. We have a cloud data center. How can you beat that? How can you beat that? Our branding, I talk about the branding. That is what is making me, I'm just like, where are we? Where are we? Which company? Mr. Ash Mufara, like a master brand, somebody who knows marketing, who knows how to brand. And he has people who surround him. There are people who surround him. They are all intellectuals, masterpiece of employees that advise him, good technicians. I want to say thank you, Mr. Ash Mufara, and to all the founders, please prepare yourself tomorrow with your coffee or tea in the morning. Get a good big screen with bigger screen and enjoy the journey. Our lives will never be the same, and we are fine forever, and our generation. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you very, very much. Very inspiring words today. Appreciate it. Now let's go for Bob Takusi. What would you like to say on this matter?
All right. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yes, loudly and clearly.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's great to be back at RobLynn Live. This is your brother and your friend, Bob Takusi from Bel Air, Maryland. I know it's been a few weeks. I've been all over the place. Antillean, Uncle Rob, like my sister said, it's good to be here, share this. This is a unique privilege and opportunity for me and my family, sharing this stage with my sister, my little sister. She fired all of us up. Dr. Pekam, it's good to hear that. Those were very uplifting and inspiring words. Thank you, my brother Oliver and my brother Collins. Collins, our energizer, the one who keeps us straight and always on track. So it's very lovely being here as always. Epic. What is it not epic about ONPASSIVE, guys? You tell me. What is it that is not epic about ONPASSIVE? Like Dr. Pekam said.
Okay.
Sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mute.
Okay. ONPASSIVE is going to be epic. It was epic yesterday. It's going to be epic today, and it's going to be epic tomorrow. Unforgettable. ONPASSIVE will never be forgotten by anyone who ever listened to ONPASSIVE, who ever heard about ONPASSIVE, who came to the path of ONPASSIVE. As a matter of fact, I will start by quoting my late brother, Charles, whose energy I feel right now as I just begin to speak. He once said, anyone who listens to this opportunity of ONPASSIVE and does not take action, when ONPASSIVE will launch, which is imminent now, you should never let anyone in your family, especially your children, know that you knew about it. We're about to find that out tomorrow in an epic fashion. You know, Angeline, as you know, I was in this week, I was in a meeting. I was working from Greenwich, Connecticut. I just came back. It was actually more of a conference meeting within the team. We have it yearly. And the leader of our team, our CIO, stood up. I was telling my brother Oliver, my brothers Oliver and Collis this earlier. Our leader stood up and was thanking everybody, you know, for what we've done. Next year, we're going to do this. This is what we're going to do. That's how we do it, you know, in the IT industry. We'll meet and we'll see what we've been doing right, how the year is going, what we need, the tools that we need, and stuff like that. And this CIO stood up and described OConnect in other words. As CIO said, among other things, that we need an effective collaboration, real-time tool that will give cohesion to the organization as a whole. And when she said that, I was taken aback. I was like, wow, that is OConnect. So I stood back and I wrote down something. I wrote it down in another way to read it out to you guys. I said, OConnect is a global effective collaboration utility that offers real-time decision-making to organizations for cohesion. That is epic. That is what OConnect is. OConnect, we say OConnect is a video conference, video audio conference system. But in fact, OConnect is the tool that is going to bring this world together. The entirety of the world is going to collaborate together because of OConnect. What Mr. Ashford has done. And companies, big and small, like he said, every company, big and small, is going to need OConnect. Based on what you've done, companies are going to use this product, all the tools that we know, the features that we see, that we know. They are going to sit down in a meeting, pull up their presentation, present a file or anything for everyone to see, make decisions instantly, take polls, use your polls to make your decisions, have your teleprompter in front of you so that to ease your communication with your various colleagues, have the resounds to encourage you or to make fun, make it lively. And when the meeting is over, you can have a summary of that meeting so that you keep in touch or keep track with those who were not there. That is real-time collaboration. It goes across the organization instantly. That is what a fellow CIO, a high-ranking IT official is asking for. That is what ONPASSIVE is delivering with OConnect, guys. That is epic. In this same breath, as CIO also said, we have to figure out a way to use AI, artificial intelligence, on behalf of our business, but not endanger our organization. How do we use AI in a way that will benefit, uplift our business, but not endanger our organization. I stood back again. And I said, ONPASSIVE. That is what we are delivering, guys. That is what Mr. Mufara has been working diligently for the past 5 years. He says, we do it by building our products from scratch, AI with heart. When organizations, because AI has her own, it could be used in a negative, in a bad way. But when you approach AI the way Mr. Ash Mufara has done, you building it with heart, then organizations are going to flock to us because they know this company is epic. We have done it the right way. We are building our systems from scratch with heart. Look at the way O Connect is developed from the ground up. Look at the strategy that Mr. Ash used to build his products, sorry. From the ground up, he brings all the teams. He uses the approach that we call the Scrum Agile methodology, where you bring all the teams together. So he's building these systems from scratch with security and everything integrated coming up. The scalability of ONPASSIVE is unlimited. That's epic. There's no limit to how many people can attend an OConnect session. The quality, that's something that we have not really spoken about much. The quality of the images of OConnect and all the images of ONPASSIVE. They are using what we call UHD. That is ultra high definition. That means, for those of us who know HD high definition, it is 4 times. UHD ultra high definition is 4 times high definition images. When Mr. Ash Mufara talks about 4K technology, this is what he means. UHD ultra high definition TV. That's, you are talking about 8 million pixels. In pictures and images, the more the pixels, the better the quality. So when you talk about 8 million pixels, imagine you see the picture quality. It is different. It is unique. It is epic. From what I saw and heard just a few days ago, every vendor management, we are in a meeting with our vendor management teams, the procurement managers and all the like. They are going to flock. CIOs, like my brother Oliver said, CIOs and CEOs are going to flock to ONPASSIVE because Mr. Ash Mufara has come. He has looked at every single video conference that was out there, from Skype to GoToMeeting to Zoom to WebEx to Teams. There's something called Live. There are about 80 different platforms. This man took his time, what we call due diligence. He looked at each and every one of these products and closed all gaps. He did not build only a video audio conference platform. He built a collaboration system, a global collaboration system. I think I will submit to Mr. Ash that we can rephrase the description of OConnect as I write here, a global effective collaboration utility that offers real-time decision-making for organizations for cohesion. I'll send it back to you, Antilene.
Ooh, doggies is all I can say, Bob. Did you mute me again? No, you didn't.
I unmuted you.
You unmuted me.
Yeah.
I'll be muted before we know it. At any rate, Bob, your brother obviously is watching down upon us.
Yes.
He's a visionary, and his vision, along with yours and Dr. Pekam's, as well as your whole family, reign on. And we both are proud to say we know you all as a family, and we love you, and we appreciate everything you've done and continue to do for ONPASSIVE. It means a lot to us, and I know the world.
Thank you.
And let's see, Can we, Marty, before we bring you on, can we do the cowbell? We're a little late on the cowbell. Thank you. I
Okay.
look like a no answer.
So you guys just hang in there. We're gonna hone in on just ourselves so that we can show the background and
Show the
people are gonna
background.
guess. So we're gonna go to our single view, but you guys are still in the studio. You're fine. And we're gonna ring the bell, and then we're gonna highlight one comment, and then people can start guessing where the location of Ollie is. So here we go. Wait, I can't do that. Hold on one second. Gotta put us there first.
There you go.
There
All
we
right.
go. All right.
Lean out the picture. All right, there's the background. It looks like, oh, is he playing a banjo?
Yeah, he's playing a
All right,
banjo.
Ollie Boy. And he's got, is that oysters? What is that? I can't
Maybe
see.
crabs.
Crabs or oysters and a barge. Those are some pretty good hints, Davina. So there's the background.
There we go.
Here comes Grandma Bobby's cowbell real quickly.
Let's go back to the group here. And here we go with the ringing of the bell. And you can make your guesses after I spotlight one specific comment. Don't guess now, it won't count.
All right.
All right, let me go to the bottom to our current comments. And we have Vivine Benny. And she says, Okanet takes the cake. The rest can pack up and fight for second place.
So now you have it. Guesses abound. Let's hear where you think Ollie is. Over to you, Marty. Oh, he's muted. You gonna unmute him, or is he gonna unmute
He can
himself?
unmute himself.
You can unmute.
I'm unmuted. I just got here, so I'm not sure what you're even talking about. So,
We're talking about how ONPASSIVE is epic, and the things that Ash are doing are like out of the box. That's been tonight's theme, talking about his vision. How in the world did you guess Mississippi River? How in the world did you guess that?
Did you live in Mississippi?
well, I mean, look at the barge. Looks like it's in Mississippi, and that's the Mississippi River. I know. So.
Okay, we're not saying if you're right or wrong. Let's see. Let's look at some guesses.
Well, Marty was first.
Marty's the first guesser.
Interesting.
Is.
He might be first for tonight.
Maybe. Let's see. Casey says Mississippi River, and we're going to go ahead and let people continue to guess as we continue the discussion. But we're seeing Mississippi is pretty prominent. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, looks like Marty may have been on to something. So,
Yeah.
we're talking about how Ash and what he's doing for humanity, for us as founders / brand ambassadors, is truly epic. And
we can.
I think the main thing, well, when you said cowbell, I was kind of like, dang, man, as soon as I come on, she mentions cow and bell. But anyway, no big deal. I'm just kidding. I'm losing my voice because I talk too much. I've been talking for days. I think I talk in my sleep. But anyway, it's ONPASSIVE, losing my voice though, okay? So
All right.
no, I mean, the main thing is what do we compare it to? There's nothing I've ever seen like this. I still see people thinking kind of small, because, well, what if this happens? And what about this? And what's the pay? And what's this? And I finally realized the best answer you can give people is the CEO of the company is Ash Mufara. You can answer that for all these people that are, well, what about, and what about if by now the youngest founder in the company has been in a year next month. If you can't see what has been done, and the other day he actually made it official, we have no skin in the game. We called ourselves founders. He said founders, but I didn't pay for any of that. So we're truly blessed. I love the idea that Ash made something that's never been thought of. I look back in the history of like Amazon and Microsoft and where they started, and they didn't know then where they would wind up. Ash knows where he's going from the very beginning, and that's the difference. That's why you see a Burj Khalifa, you see the train station, you see what's going to happen tomorrow before we officially sold one product. Because his vision not only was ahead of time, like Amazon, they sold books, used books, and look where they are today. It's just through evolution. But think about the difference it's going to be when somebody knows what he wants from the very beginning. It's going to be mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. I would not be surprised if ONPASSIVE was a $4 trillion company one day. And if that happens, it's the fourth or fifth largest country in the world. That's pretty powerful stuff. And we got to say that we were there. It would be like saying I was standing at the table when Edison got the light bulb to work. I was standing with Ford when he turned on the assembly line, and it worked. That's what we are. The difference is we got to see the process. And I think a lot of people, while they watched the process, forgot that it's a process. You could hear it every day. Well, what about this and what about that? Well, if you were here at the end, like people are going to be, there's going to be people that see this the day it comes out commercially, and that'll be the first time they see it. They didn't see anything else, and they're going to be amazed. People will come into the back office and really see what some of founders don't even see. And I think when you make products like he did, and they're so much bigger than their label, I could take any one of those labels and make something massive out of it instead of what it's just saying. O Connect, a platform for video conferencing. It's so much bigger than that. Everything Ask does is so much bigger than the title of the product. Everything. Everything. It's the only company I've ever been in that I always believe in the glass is half full, but ONPASSIVE has always got better and better every month. I've never been to a company that actually gets better and better. It's usually you want it to be real great and it lets you down slowly. With ONPASSIVE, it just kept building. And I've never been to a company that I think I know 10% 4 years ago, and now I know less than 1%, and I'm happier than I was day one. Because what we do know is so overwhelming that the 99% we don't know, I mean, it's breathtaking where we're going. And if people would open their eyes and see exactly what we think we have, even the little bit we know, it's mind blowing. I mean, it absolutely. You can live your dream. You can have a passion and build an income you've only dreamed of, without a doubt. I talk to people and yeah, but I like this. You could do it. It doesn't matter what it is, and you'll never outrun ONPASSIVE. Never. That's why he built it that way. He built it so you can keep plugging in. And you know, all the people with all the big ideas, you hear some farmer invented something, a couple years later, you never hear about it again. This is a platform for inventors. People are going to have ideas and inventions. They're going to run to ONPASSIVE. Because out in the real world, if you have a great idea and it interferes with energy, health, somebody squashes it. Because people make money off of us being sick. People make money off of us buying oil. Big money. But on this platform, when it being a multi-unicorn company, dreamers, inventors are going to flock here because this is the fertile ground where they can plant their idea and Ash will make it happen. It's unbelievable. I mean, you got to know that's happening behind the scenes. You got to know. If I had an invention and it was something that I think would rock the world, I'd be afraid to share it. But with something like ONPASSIVE, oh, come on. Can I plant my seed here? Ash would say, absolutely. Not only can you plant it, we'll build it for you. You guys all know that. Where else is this ever going to happen? It's never going to happen. And that's the kind of, whatever this is called, I hate calling it a business because that downgrades it, But whatever this movement in or this different world, it's going to change everything. He surrounds himself now by thinkers and inventors and people that want to create, and now they're going to be given a voice. And the other day I was a little upset. I said this before when he gave the 97 back because I thought, I feel like I owe more. You know, I mean, for $97, I go in a multi-million-dollar company, potential of making millions and millions, potential. I don't say numbers. But instead, he gave it back, and I thought about it. I was thinking about the people that don't deserve it, but I forgot about the people like in India or Africa that don't have a voice. Some of them ripped off by their own leaders. Ask gave them a voice the other day. Now they look in their wallet and they go, the thing that they were sweating over, making pennies, dollars a day, they go, oh my God, I can buy the first product. It's over, guys. It's over for them. And they're going to, it's a new beginning. When they find out, and they are finding out because I hear from some of you guys, they're crying because what they're worried about is no longer a worry. So to wrap that up in a couple of sentences is impossible. That's only a little bit how I feel. It's changing the world. When he said the world will not look the same, I thought, well, there's this marketing. He's really, you know, building it up bigger than it might be. But I don't think he is. In fact, I know he's not. This is going to change the world. He's texting me now. Probably just heard what I just said. But anyway, that's all I got.
All right, Marty. Well, let us know what the text says. You had heard earlier, or we had heard from several founders that they thought the time might have changed for tomorrow. So if you can give us an update after you speak with Ash, that'd be great. And,
Okay, I just spoke to him, and it's 9 o'clock, and he's going to change it in the back office.
well, there you have it. Right here on RobLynn Live, we've confirmed that the news is true.
9 a.m.
Eastern Daylight Time, right?
Eastern Daylight Time. Okay. All right.
Marty, I don't see sleep in my future, and I don't know about you. You better drink some hot tea.
I don't even know what day it is. I am so embarrassed. I mean, I'm sitting there talking to kids. Oh, you got this, you got that. Pop up. It's only Wednesday. And I went, oh, God. They think I'm going senile, right? They don't realize everything going on. I just don't know what day it is usually.
I didn't either. We had a flood here at the house in the laundry room, and I said to the plumber, gee, that seems like a cheap rate for a Saturday. And he says, what the heck are you talking about? Today's Friday. I said,
Yeah.
oh, that really happened. Anyway, so you heard it here. It's real. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time per Marty, and that's from Ash.
And one more thing, I did make a video about tomorrow's event, and I want to say one thing. You can share this video. What people need to realize, we should push this event tomorrow as hard as we can, because I want everybody to remember something. All the people that this will probably bring in are going into a bank of people that are going to be put under us anyway. This would give us a chance for all of us to push, and I believe we could have 100,000, 200,000 people watch this tomorrow, and some of them are going to sign up. I guarantee it. So I made the video. You can share it. It's only about 30 seconds long, but it tells people where to go, what to do. It's got a QR code. You know that, and it'll help a lot if you want to share it. I gave you Collins a copy of it, and I posted it. Oh, I posted it with you, Rob and Lynn.
All right. Thank you. And
That's all I got. Yeah.
without that's always all you got till the next couple of words. All right. So rest up your voice a little bit. Don't go anywhere. And let's swing over to Mr. Collins Manna. Sorry, Collins, for the delay getting to you.
It was
Wait
great.
a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, back up the bus. The first boy tonight is Marty Pop DeGarmo. He was the first to guess the Mississippi River. Southern Charm, the birthplace of bluegrass music, and famous for delicious blue crabs.
Wow.
Ooh, sounds like we need to have a party down in Mississippi.
Congratulations. And here's the background, you guys. Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
That is Mississippi.
Actually, I saw that banjo and I was thinking Deliverance. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
All right, Collins, bring it to us on how ONPASSIVE is epic.
Is it really epic? Yes, of course it is. You know, I just want to thank Dr. Pekam. You know, you just fired us up tonight, and I was just, you know, thinking about your word and everything. And Bob, you know, you deliver Oliver's, you know, and Marty DeGarmo, you just crown it. So I'm looking at epic. And, you know, when I look at this word, I say, yeah, it is really epic, because what is epic said is impressive, it's spectacular, and it's awesome. I'm losing my voice as well. So, and when we look at it, we say in moment like this, what we've seen in ONPASSIVE, we just have to be grateful instead to complain. We have to replace, you know, complain with gratefulness, because it's not really easy to be in such a position. So I was just looking at some of the things, I think from Bill Gates, before I even dive deep into what I wanted to say. He said, there is no secret. I just showed 120 people. 900 said no. You know, 900 said no. 300 people showed some interest. Only 85 actually did something, and 35 of those were serious. 11 of them make him billionaire. So I don't even like to see that billionaire part, but I want to see those who were serious. So you showed your plan to 1,200 people. 900 said they didn't look at it. So let's look at ONPASSIVE in this case. We are the internet user, we are 5.5 billion. Maybe the world population is 7 billion now, as per se. How many of us are in ONPASSIVE? True founders, just 1.4 plus. So these are the people who saw the vision, because I believe many people say no, they don't even want to hear, because they were thinking about something else. But within those, say the amount we have now in ONPASSIVE, who are the true founders? Because there are people who still think about go founders. They don't even know we are in the ecosystem. So where are those? Among those who said, all right, let me show some interest among the 300. So we're talking about 1.4. There are people who have not even migrated. So they are not even interested, because they don't even know, because I don't know what they are doing, but they are busy doing their own stuff without even taking a look in ONPASSIVE. So do we say they care or they don't care? Because they don't really see it. Now let's look at ONPASSIVE. We're talking about the epic, as my brother Bob said. ONPASSIVE was epic from the beginning. When we saw Go Founders, everyone was like, wow, what a wonderful platform. Then Ms. Alpha promised that, don't worry, there is something that you will see that will blow your mind. And if you see it, you will really hate Go Founders. You will not even want to be on Go Founders platform. We saw all founders after maybe a year or months, couple of months or years. Go Founders. How many of us even remember Go Founders when we enter all founders? Some of us cannot even remember the platform. But do we believe that Go Founder cost the company a lot of money and they've just trashed it? Because company can buy that platform for what? To build their customer base. It was a customer-based platform where you can bring people together, all of those things. But what happened? Mr. Ashfara just put it somewhere. That cost the company a lot of money. We paid $97. I can't even say pay $97 again, because they've even given us the $97. So we came for nothing. They gave us, you know, we came for a cup of coffee, and Mr. Ashfara always said, you came for a cup of coffee and they gave you the whole supermarket. Now we've moved where from all founders, which is both the minimum value, because GoFounder was to hold what the customer base, all the crowd that will come in. At least GoFounder did a lot. We can't say it was a bad platform because it brought people together. Now, OFounder was what? Because we need a bigger platform and a powerful platform that can hold at least the products and the founders. GoFounder came into play. OFounders came. And it was so beautiful. What we saw, we were shouting, celebrating. I said, you have not seen anything yet. He said, what else can you show us? Move on to where? Ecosystem now. Some of us cannot even remember because we have it in our back office, but we've started, moving slowly from OFounders now to GoFounders. So things have started fading away. And our CEO mentioned that sometimes OFounders will not even exist anymore because now OFounders has been integrated into the ecosystem. We are talking about single sign-on. Let's look at it for those who have not ever looked at, because some of the people say, oh, those people always complain and say, why is it delaying? We're talking about software development. I will look at the nomenclature first to give a name of something. When it comes to IT, my brother Bob, they are here. They will say something about it. Compliance, even to say the name is ONPASSIVE, you must ask yourself, is it offensive in somebody's language? You think about cultural difference. You don't want to name something that is offensive. So that is where compliance will come. Just to think about it, compliance come. I remember when we're on the platform, we're talking about software. It's not only about writing a simple piece of code, throw it out there. It's about compliance of everything you are doing. Now, let's look at bulk mailing. You say we have mail. Say you want to deliver this emailing system to a hospital site. You want to build it, they've given you a contract. There are a lot of things that you think about. You want to do it. What if you trigger the information? This is the question you ask. And the email goes to someone who is dead. Do you know the complication that will come back and bite the company? What if you send the email to someone who is blind? These are the things that you think in IT industry. You don't just write it and throw it out there. You ask yourself, what is, the positive? You look at the positive side of it and the negative side of it. What is legal and what is illegal to do? You don't just think about, wow, we are good, and you throw it out there. And this is the process. When it comes to ONPASSIVE, every piece of code and functionality is a well-thought process. It comes with compliance, legality, and everything. That's why they have a bunch of lawyers to advise. They have all of those people, the compliance team, to look at it and say, no, we cannot do this. It's not only about Mr. Ash Mofara. It's about the whole team looking at everything from scratch. And if it doesn't work, they will scrap it and throw it. Who pays the bill for a software that they build up to the end and they scrap it? Mr. Ash Mofara will foot the bills for that. Because those who are building the engineering, they are not cheap. You have to pay them. They don't care if you scrap it. You are the CEO. You continue. And sometimes we are outside. Do we know how many times they've scrapped old mail before we have the old mail now we're seeing? Do we know how many times they've scrapped old net? We don't know because we are not in there. It is a pain to build something. At the end of the day, you say, no, it cannot go to the market. We have to start it again from scratch. Driven by AI. This is the process we are saying, because if we believe that ONPASSIVE is an IT technology company driven by artificial intelligence, everything automated, integrated with a single sign-on, you must think about all of these things. It is not just a piece of cake. Because you can do something here, it breaks something this way. You can touch this area and this destroy. A lot of things is a well-calculated and thoughtful process. From inception to delivery, it's a process. And if the process fails, there is no way you can continue. You either scrap it, and I like how he said, we either do it correctly. When he said, do it or die. If it doesn't work, we will break it and we'll build it again. We will never quit. That's Mr. Ash Mofara's statement. We will never quit. We will do it until he said, I will never put my signature on something that is not good. If you cannot consume your own food, I don't think you can serve it to your visitors. That's our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, and I love that because we have to get it right. The first thing in IT, you must get it right the first time. Your first product hitting the market must be right, because if you get that first point, wrong, nobody will trust you again. The market will not trust you, whatever you bring. So we just have to look at the process. That's why I'm coming with this process. For those who sit behind, they look at it and they just hear something. Wow, when are we signing that signature? Bring it. It's not like that. It is not like that in the IT industry. We want it, but we must be patient. That's why I look at the epic, because we are in an epic moment now, but I'm coming from the process that ONPASSIVE have gone through. It is not a day journey. It has never been easy to build that. As we speak, I believe the engineers, they are still working day and night, to get this right. Because the moment you switch that button, there is no turning back. You either regret or say sorry or whatever, how to use the statement or what. We don't want to be sorry. So what I'm saying is, let us prepare our mind, because when Mr. Ashfra come out and smile, know that things are heating up and it is warming up, and we are in the best place. The reason why I'm excited is because things are really, we can see it. Though we are outside, we can see it. We saw the formation. We saw how the build is coming from start to finish, but now it is the time for us to put our finger to hold that golden, the golden product called O Connect and O Mail. That I don't look at it as a normal mailing system. That is a fireworks. O Mail is a different animal, and O Net will kill everything out. So this is just my shot I want to give. So we are in the best place, and this is an epic moment. ONPASSIVE has been epic, and it always be so. So I just want to, Lynn, I don't want to say too much about this, but I'm just excited and happy and grateful for where we are now in ONPASSIVE.
And I was muted again. You gotta love it. All right, back to you, Rob. Oh, I am Rob. Pekam, we'd like to hear from you again, if we could, please. Tonight's been epic, if I might say so. Started with you. Let's hear from you.
Thank you, Uncle Rob. I really appreciate that. Yes, tonight has really, really been epic, hearing from our great Uncle Matty. I always love seeing Uncle Matty. I love Uncle Matty because he has the kind of energy I love. It was great seeing you, Uncle Matty. And of course, my OTED Pro brothers. Yes, it's always good seeing you all. And I would love to say that there's a quote by Henry Frederick Amel. It talks about being thankful. We are at this juncture right now in ONPASSIVE. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. And yes, we are all exceedingly grateful for what Mr. Ash has done to us and the opportunity. So I would like to say thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. And gratitude is the conclusion of thankfulness. So thankfulness is with words, but gratitude is by actions. So what we are doing today, all those of us who plug into ONPASSIVE on a daily or weekly basis, each time when they have webinars, we go. Those of our sisters and brothers who have been very, very diligent in going to all the webinars, you all have kept Mr. Ash Mufara going, and that has been a demonstration of gratitude. When you are plugged in, when you do webinars and programs like this, 360, by our three big brothers. When you do RobLynn like this, all those programs, Heroes, and many others that I really don't know their names because I'm not very familiar with them, I would say so, but I do know they do exist, several webinars. Those are all acts of gratitude, showing Mr. Mufara how grateful we are for what he's done to us. Yes, tomorrow is going to be a great day, but let us remember the reason for us coming together. The vision of Mr. Mufara. Let us remember it's all about uplifting humanity. Let us stay plugged in. Those who did not get the vision, let us try to lift them up and share a little bit of the light we've got. We've taken a lot from Mr. Mufara, but we do have some that we can give out. Let us remember that not everybody can get it. There is a reason why it's called the mountaintop. As you go up, you drop people on the way. You have to stay on course. You have to remain focused, like our CEO. You have to keep your mind on the purpose. Let us stay plugged in to what he has, because I think the joy of this journey is not actually in the destination. It's this whole process, the journey, the excitement. Those who have been plugged in since 2018, I envy the endorphins that you have now been secreted in your system. There is something unique when you've been in that process that cannot be bought with money. When you get to the end, and then what next? At the end, there's not so much joy at the end for those who've started the journey. For those who've started this journey from 2018, every day your endorphins are being released little by little. And it does something to your system. I bet you all those who have been plugged in all these years, look at your face in the mirror. There is some youthfulness about you, because when you are in joyful expectation of something that is supposed to come, it does something to your genes. You have release of oxytocin and vasopressin, which is why we all look forward to coming on these webinars. Why? Because there is a release of oxytocin for us to cuddle with each other. I keep on looking for people to call. I'll call my brothers, Bob, Collins, Oliver, Comfort, Marcia. There's nobody. When I wake up at 4 a.m., there's nobody I can talk to in America. Who do I call? I call the UK and I talk with Collins. I call Comfort. Why? Because the joyful expectation in my heart activates my organs, activates my pituitary glands to release some oxytocin. And I just want to cuddle and hug on somebody, which is the joy of all these webinars that we have. Let us remember to share that. We cannot give out what we don't have within us. That is why Mr. Mufara is able to do what he's doing, because he has to first refuel himself. He has a lot of love and confidence within him. That's why he's able to give out to us. Now, it's up to each and every one of us to look into self. How full are we? What do we have to give out? He told us the world will know your name. Now is the time for you to define the name that you want the world to know you for. Tomorrow, it's going to be epic. Thank you, Auntie Lane.
To Dr. Pekam. Am I muted again?
Just say thank you again.
Thank you again. This executive producer we got here is driving me nuts tonight, but that's all right. Bob, how about tying things together for us, if you don't mind?
Oh, absolutely. But it's hard to come after Dr. Pekam, like Marty says.
It's a hard act to follow.
You've probably known that for a while, though.
I'm going to try to stay in that line of thought. Our founder is epic. Ash Mufara is epic. His an extraordinary man. And I say this as someone who had the privilege, the unique privilege of meeting him one-on-one. Our founder is epic. And epic as in impressive, as in unforgettable, someone that you meet and you instantly know, connect, and know that this person is extraordinary. So when Mr. Ash Mufara did the deed he did on Tuesday, that was an epic deed. And it came from a place of compassion, hope, and love. That is who our founder is. And the one thing I spoke with my brothers Oliver, Comfort, and something that we've had concern for, what Mr. Ash Mufara has alleviated. And I believe I spoke to Brother Marty about this as well. Mr. Ash has taken away that problem because I was concerned with our fellow brothers and sisters in Africa and other areas of meager means, how they were going to get activated. I was concerned that other people were going to abuse them because there are a lot of people who have the means, but they did not see the vision. But these people who saw the vision, but don't have the means to activate, those people were going to abuse them, would fleece them, like charge a lot of money for them to use to activate. So Mr. Ash Mufara has taken that problem out of the table. Thank you, Mr. Ash. Personally, that was a concern for me. Comfort will tell you, Collins will tell you, Oliver, all of them, we've talked about this, and I really had a problem with it. But Ash Mufara demonstrated compassion, hope, and love to all of us. He has consistently demonstrated that. He wants to give. Constantly wants to give. In fact, Ash Mufara, I think he has this thing that he gives something every day. He has to give something every day. That is who the man is. And I agree with him for making that move, because I'm saying this now because I did not have a chance to give my reaction. I was inside the turnpike actually when it all happened. New Jersey Turnpike, Brother Marty, when the webinar was happening. You know, when Mr. Ash Mufara did the deed he did, you know, I agreed with him 100%. Because personally, I've never really said, you know, to be a founder of ONPASSIVE, those of us who are founders of ONPASSIVE, is $97. My mouth is very heavy to say $97. In fact, the few people that I always tell them how much it costs to become founders, I always say, hey, it used to be, the price of this was $997, but the founder gave us a 90% discount because of his compassion to all of us, especially those in those areas or parts of the world that are impoverished. So when Mr. Ash Mufara did that, I was happy, because even $10,000, because when I listened to this opportunity for the very first time, I was getting ready to pay at least $5,000 to $10,000. When I understood the magnitude of what Mr. Ash was telling us to come on board for, it was $10,000 or $5,000 to $10,000 at a minimum, you know. But even that is not enough, knowing what we know now. So to say $97, it's like it's an insult. So he says, hey, have it. Have at it. Let me give it to you for free. It's better you have it for free. And that's what he did. Ash Mufara is hope. He's epic because he's hope. For the past few years, consistently, every time Mr. Ash Mufara comes, before he speaks to us, whatever the topic is, he will spend about 10-15 minutes just giving us what we need, what we want to hear. That hope, 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 hope. This is the reason why we're here, all of us here tonight, and we've been hanging on for the past 5 years. Hope. Because it's the only thing that keeps us alive. Hope. That thing inside you is not blind optimism. It's not wishful thinking. That thing inside you that insists. It keeps on insisting that something better awaits you if you are ready to wait for it, to work for it. Mr. Ash Mufara has consistently, imagine, guys, look, I want you to look at this very carefully. Throughout, Ash Mufara comes, he talks to us, he gives us, it's a hope that has carried us along. He gives us something to be hopeful for. He comes the next webinar, maybe he goes into his meetings, everybody tells him no. He comes to us, composed, not stressed. He looks at us directly, talks to us, gives us the hope. To him, no means yes. That is epic. He knows that he's going to come back and he's going to reverse that no to yes. And he gives us the hope to keep on keeping on. Ash Mufara is love, is epic because he's love. That is who the man is. That is who this man is love. Ash Mufara has synchronized his soul with the surface of the universe. You know, everything originates from the surface of the universe. Everything. And when you synchronize your soul with the surface of the universe, it conspires to help you achieve it. That's where we are in this epic moment. Even our founder, Mr. Ash, as he sits where he sits right now, if he's listening to the sound of my voice, he will agree. Ash Mufara did not think about what he's doing now 5 years ago. That is who our founder is. He's epic. Ever since he was a child. It's called his personal legend. Ever since Ash Mufara was a child, his mindset was, I'm going to uplift humanity. I'm going to do something for the peoples of the world. The peoples of the world. It is not 5 years ago, guys. No, it's not. He's there now. Analyze it. How did we get here? One man from Orlando. One man. He lit up his candle, one candle. There's a saying that a candle, it doesn't cost one candle anything to light another one. He lit his candle. Maybe he shared it with Brother Marty, Antilene, Mr. Rob. All of a sudden, it was 1.4 million. If you ask Ash how he did that, he cannot explain it. But he synchronized his soul with the surface of the universe. And when you really want something, the universe does conspire to help achieve it. This is from the teachings of a guy called Pablo Coelho. I'm not making it up. Ash Mufara is epic. That's what he wants. That is who the man is. He does not care. His love as it is defined in the good book. I'm a Christian, in the Bible. In the book of Corinthians. Love is patient. Ash Mufara. Love is kind. Ash Mufara. It does not boast and it is not easily angered. Ash Mufare. You know, we've had the privilege of speaking with him. Sometimes privately, he told us it is going to take a mountain to move for him to be angry. He does not boast and he's never easily angered. He keeps no records of wrongs. And above all, love does not fail. Ash Mufara will not fail us. He will never fail us. He's epic. Our founder is epic, guys. Back to you, Auntie Lina and Uncle Rob.
Woo, doggies, here we go again. Thanks, Bob. That was awesome, brother. Awesome. Who wants to go next? Marty, you got a few more words for us before you head out? Or Collins?
I just want to say, Bob, that was epic what you just said. So, yeah, I mean, everybody has ONPASSIVE in their bone marrow. They have it in their DNA. And like I said before, a lot of people have perfect vision here. But ONPASSIVE brought people in through here. This is where you needed the perfect vision. That's why some people couldn't see it. And that's okay. Because everybody's coming. They don't know it. And there's, like I told people, you can crawl, you can walk, or you can run, or you can soar. But the more people you share this with, the more people are going to get what we got. You know what I mean? We have to know there's more people out there that'll see this from their heart and get it. They're going to get it. And then they're going to say, oh my God. And remember, a year from now, there'll still be plenty of room. That's how big it is. So yeah, I don't have anything. I couldn't match what everybody said anyway. Probably like God said, Marty, let me take your voice a little bit. You don't want to look like an idiot. No, but that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, Marty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Collins, take us home, brother.
Whoa, what can I say? What can I say? Yeah, you know, my brothers, they've just like killed it. Dr. Pekam, you know, Bob, he just took everything, what I was just thinking and dreaming of, and you took it. Yeah, Mr. Ash Mufara, you know, he is the reason why we are here. You know, all the celebration we can talk of and anything is just about one man. It started with the word. You know, when we look back from what we heard from the other founders, those who came 2018 and 19, it was just the word. As the Bible said, there was no beauty that people can take a look. You know, we always look for shiny object. You know, but it was just the word, come and I will take you to the top. That was it. Recorded message. Follow me and I will show you a new way, a new paradigm shift. You know, we've heard a lot of story. And most of these people, they didn't even see Mr. Ash. They've never seen him. They just listened to the record. And then all of a sudden, there was a webinar. And the first time they saw Mr. Ash Mufara. And we can go, you know, by that story on and on. And from that day, nothing have dropped. Nothing have changed. Everything ONPASSIVE just grow from strength to strength to strength, bringing more people, like-minded people. As you said, those who didn't see it, they dropped, you know, because maybe they came with their own aim, thinking like they'll just get it all of a sudden, like that, one touch, and there is something. They never question where that thing is coming. Because I believe in life, we must be dynamic, not static. You must question everything. Okay, you said you will give us this. Where will you get it? What platform? What are you selling? None of us questioned it, but Mr. Ash Mufara had that vision, know where he wants to go, and he wants to leave a lasting legacy for generation to come. He was not looking about on the fight. Yes, it was good to have 1.4 plus, but Mr. Ash Mufara was not looking at 1.4 million founders. He was looking at the world at large, the globe, animals and trees, because he said even the animals and everything they'll have a place in ONPASSIVE. So it wasn't about the founder. It was, yes, great to bring founders. But do you think without the founders, for what God have placed in Mr. Ashmofara's heart, ONPASSIVE wouldn't have survived or grow? Of course, yes, it will grow. No IT company, have ever brings founders. It's always about their family, the family circles. Because they know, of course, that they'll build the software and they'll make a lot of money. So why should they bring in founders? The tiniest IT company will still make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. They don't need founders. So it's just about humanity. Come and I will take you to the top. A new way. Mr. Ashmofara told us a lot of times that it was not because of him. It wasn't about Mr. Ashmofara. If it wasn't about the people he want to give them that financial and time freedom, I don't think Mr. Ashmofara would have even embarked on this, build a company like this of this magnitude to do what with money. He's not a CEO who is interested in all of this. He told us last webinar, I'm not interested. I don't even have a yacht or fancy car, limo or, Aston Martin and all of those Porsche cars. But he finds pleasure. His delight is in the homeless. He said the best time is when they'll prepare food with the wife and kids and they go and feed the homeless. That is where Mr. Ashmofara finds pleasure in. It's not about fanciness. But he said, I want to give you. And we remember what he said. When the time comes, I'll put all the millionaires and ask you, are you happy? Tell me if you've changed your idea, or you Collins, you've changed from Collins to something else. He wants to see it, really. And the time is coming where we will look at it. We said, the only time we will be happy is when we replicate ourselves, as Brother Oliver always said, replicate yourself. The joy of giving is not about what you have in your pocket. It's about people will remember you of what you give, not what you have. And Mr. Ashmofara is looking, if it was about the 1.4 million founders, I don't think Mr. Ashmofara would have even embarked on this, because look at it. He have replicated himself 1.4 million times. How many of us will replicate ourselves two times? That's not only bless your family circle. Think about someone somewhere where you will bless, and the person said, thank God for that person. The person don't know your name, don't even knows you. But he said, I thank God, God bless that person, the person who provide this water. That's what Mr. Ashmofara expects from us. And the time is coming, because normally our story, I will not say my story is about to change. My story have changed through ONPASSIVE. I've already declared it and I've already claimed it. Because I claim it from the beginning when I joined ONPASSIVE, because I saw it and I still stand by that word. When I take a look on the website, I said, if this man can put this thing together, it will be the biggest IT company mankind have ever seen. I didn't see it in the point of marketing or internet marketing. I saw it from the point of IT company. And that's what drew my attention to subscribe, to register, and become a founder. And I said, it will never fail. That is what I saw. And I was so fired up, I started preaching the ONPASSIVE gospel. That only through this, you're pointing a lot of people that this is where things will happen. This is where things will happen. This is where your financial freedom will be. And we can say so many stories, because this is epic. From the time we saw it, it was already epic from the origin. And as our sister Dr. Pekam always said, it was already predestined before the birth of Mr. Ashmofara that someone will create a company like this that will save mankind. But God only manifested through a man, because God was looking for somebody. I will go back to the book of Isaiah. God was looking at somebody. He said, who shall I send? Ashmofara said, send me. They said, and the heavens were quiet. Not like the angels couldn't say anything, but he said, I'm ready to do your will, regardless of the pain. So he answered to the call of ONPASSIVE. And today we are about to see that call, that pain of one man. You know, he said, you are not sweating. You don't have to sweat. I want you to only smile. So I always look at the corporate webinar as a place where Mr. Ashford just come and commune and share for us to smile so he can release some of the, you know, the stressful day, because it's not easy when you're dealing with lawyers, you're dealing with a lot of people, and you need a corporate, you know, your brothers and sisters to sit around you and just share that experience. And sometimes you want to give more, you know, to release that negative energy and then go back. Sometimes he stays 6 hours, 4 hours. And, you know, during that time, he's planning to move to the next job, to meet the tech team, to meet the lawyers. So it is not just easy, because he answered truly to the call. He said, I will never quit. Because the only time you fail is when you refuse to try. The moment you refuse to try, you are a failure. But when you keep on trying, failure is not an option. Our CEO told us, failure is not an option. The moment you quit, you are finished. And we thank God that God gave this man generous brain to look at it. Because I remember Dr. Pekam said something today, and it's just like every time when I think about it, I forgot the name. He said that, you know, the cemetery has what? Lot of resources. And I was like, why? why should a cemetery has a lot of resources? It's because people died with their brains. So if you go, you know, in the cemetery, there's untapped resources. Do you want to die with that brain? Ms. Alfred has shown us an example of someone who want to give, but he trained us not only give, because thank God that we didn't get anything from 2020 or 2019. We wouldn't have even known the beauty of giving, because we came, let us not fool ourselves, we came for the money. But through the collection and being around Mr. Ashmufara, through his, you know, his teaching and, you know, the talk and all of those stuff, our mindset changed, that it wasn't only about money. It was about something greater, something that would change mankind, and to change our mindset of giving. Because there is something that is there in Timothy. He said what? If you meet a man who is hungry and cold, you tell that person, go eat well and dress warm. God bless you. What will your God bless you do to that person if you cannot provide? If you cannot provide, take care of the needy, your God bless you mean nothing to that person. So this is the time, the mindset that Mr. Ashmufara brought us to, that there is greater joy in giving. And he said again, I want to live this world in a better way than I came into it. How many of us will live this world in a better way than we came into it? I always say something in most of the webinar. From the day you were born, you will leave a footprint. But whatever footprint you leave, depending on you, it will depend on you. Whether it's a bad footprint or good footprint, you will leave footprint. But I just want to leave a good footprint, not a bad footprint, where I can do my own part. And I say, thank you, Mr. Ash. This is what you provide for me. And I've done my own little part. So I'll leave it there, Lynn. Take it over from me.
Oh, here we go. Well, we want to welcome back Oliver. Oliver, I know you had carpool duties, as they say. I've done that several times myself. So, tell us a few more of your thoughts about how epic ONPASSIVE is, and then we'll kind of open it to the floor for a couple of minutes for anybody else that wants to say a few things. So go ahead, Mr. We Are Fine.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody, Bob, Dr. Pekam, Collins. I was driving and I was listening also with our big brother Marty, with the wonderful words, inspirational words from everybody that is here. And I just want to say, it's because of our loyalty. Also, ONPASSIVE. When you talk about the epic, which is is unique. Like I'll put it, that we are unique, and you can't talk without talking about the faith that we got, and the loyalty, and that loyalty, that and the trust also, that not only, maybe because some of us is our background is IT, like the old tech pros, but when you look at more than 200, 300,000 founders also, that they also jammed the system when, like when Oak Connect came in, 80,000, 40,000, 50,000, 30,000, 20,000. These are die-hearted founders, and it's because of that loyalty, that trust that they got, Mr. Ash Mufara and the company, and not only that, God has a way of putting things past that has positioned on past, like Dr. Pekam always said when she said that in Manchester with us. That perfect timing also comes in. World Cup were there. 3 products were in the market. 3 free products were in the market. Branding the company. We cannot beat that. That is another epic and perfect timing. That things are just happening when they were supposed to happen. God opens the door when it's supposed to open the door. I can remember last year, Mr. Ash Mufara told us that when the door closes here, when they want to open, he open a bigger door for ONPASSIVE. That is perfect timing in every blessed steps that he's taking, or the next phase that we are moving into. When I was driving, I heard my brother Collins talk about that the time that we are getting into the market, and the first trial, the first time that a company wants to shoot out the first product to the market, it should be the top of the product. And this is O Connect and maybe O Tracker. We don't know, like he said. But O Connect, let me talk about O Connect. It has to be at the top of the top, and it's coming out that no other product will try, will even come closer to O Connect. So it's that timing, that perfect timing. The month of June, the mid of the year, that 1st of June, sometime 1st of June, that O Connect is going to the market. It's going to blow off the world. I always talk about Good Friday. It will be Good Friday every day, every second, every minute, all over the world. So I don't have that much again to say. I just want to say thank everybody that was here, and all the wonderful talk that my brothers, the old tech pro Bob Collins, it's only Vincent that is not here, Dr. Pekam, my junior sister, you're wonderful with your good words. You choose your words and your proverbs and quotations that moves us. I want to say thank you, Petite. Thank you, junior sister. You are wonderful. Keep coming and come and motivate us and inspire us. We believe in you. It's now that we need you, because some people don't really know where we are, and some people don't really know, they don't understand ONPASSIVE. Like when I read some certain things, I'm just asking myself. The CEO came and gave us $97 back to activate our account. People are already asking. It's not even up to 72 hours. They're asking. It's not in my wallet. Are you kidding me? Please, stop it. Stop it. Be patient. We've been in this journey all this while, from one step to the other, one phase to the other. Now we are getting to the point that, stop, just calm down. Just calm down. You don't know what is happening behind the scene. It's too much work and arrangement that putting things together. The traffic, the guys in Hyderabad that work there, they are massaging the products, cleaning them, because O Connect is going to blow the world. Stop asking too much questions. Just enjoy the journey. Enjoy it as we are moving forward. We are there. Claim it and enjoy it. We are there. I just want to thank everybody. And ONPASSIVE is not a normal company. I will say that again. ONPASSIVE is not a normal company. We are more than a normal company. So thank you. God bless. and happy night. Good night.
Okay, does anyone, I'm unmuted, okay. Does anyone else want to say a few words? Go ahead. Just hop on in there. Everybody is unmuted within seconds. Unmute her.
Oh,
Unmute everybody so
oh,
we can have a little chit chat.
okay.
Uncle Rob,
Yes, go ahead.
Go for it.
this is Pekam. It just dawned on me after my brother spoke, Uncle Bob talking about hope. What Mr. Ash was able to invoke in all the founders, the hope that Mr. Ash was able to bring out and make us stay connected and believe in him, even though we were not in the IT world, understanding the language, what all that meant, was because the hope there is that expectation of something good to come. He knew within himself that he believed in humanity living out their potential. He was, and he still is, vibrating at a frequency of love. Love, joy, and peace are at the top of the scale, according to the classification of David Hawkins, the scale, the frequency of vibration. When you vibrate at a frequency of 500, which is love, I think while my numbers may not be exact, but one person only vibrating at a frequency of 500 can offset more than 700 people vibrating at a frequency of less than 200. So Mr. Mufara, able to impact the hope which came from within him, was able to impact a few people. We needed just about 10,000 people to stay connected with him, connect with his vision of love and hope for us to change the universe. So let us remember that we need to understand self. Know thyself. The amount of reward in money that we are about to get is just going to bring out the true essence of who we are. If you're not a nice person, money is just going to bring that out. If you are a nice person, money is going to bring that out. So who are you truly? Do you truly know who you are deep down within you? So I will beseech each and every one of us, now that we are getting into a season where we will no longer be working for financial gain, but we have money coming to us through ONPASSIVE, thanks to our CEO. Now is the time for us to go and start understanding self. Let us know self. That way we can truly practice humility and do what our CEO stands for. You cannot do it when you have any ounce of arrogance in you. You cannot live out the vision of Mr. Mufara if you truly do not understand that we are all equal. Nobody is more than others. We need to go deep down within each and every one of us and understand that we all have red blood. Everybody. There is a reason why God made everything internal to be the same for everybody. Go deep down in you. Find that place where you connect with your neighbor so you can love your neighbor as yourself. If you don't know self, then how can you love your neighbor? So I'm going to end with Zig Ziglar, with not Zig Ziglar, with Dr. Person. He says you have to believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities, but without a humble but reasonable, remember, a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you will not be successful or happy. It boils down to knowing thyself and practice humility. Back to you, Auntie Lynn.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. What an impactful evening this has been thus far. I don't know. We're at the 2-hour mark. Once again, the OTEC pros continue to break the time clock. It's every time we think we're going to do an hour, like I said to Lynn earlier today, it'll be 2 hours. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
With Bob Collins and Oliver and Dr. Pekam and Marty dropping in. Wow.
And we had wonderful responses from our followers, including this one from Daphne Harmony, who says, "What an epic night of love, love and more love. That is the legacy of epic Sir Ash and ONPASSIVE. Bless him, his family, RobLynn, the tech team, and all the panels, and us all. Amen." That's just one example of the many positive responses we had, today. And Chris Tiazan wants to tell you, Dr. Pekam, deep, wise words and quotes.
Wow. Everyone made one heck of an impact tonight on our audience. Just absolutely beautiful. And like Dr. Pekam has said earlier, and I made some mental notes, gratitude is truly an attitude. And each one of us need to embrace that, because we are, as Oliver says, fine, and everything's going to be cool. And it looks like patience is paying off for all of us in a huge way. And we're grateful here.
And it's not only that patience is paying off, but my personal opinion is that Mr. Mufara is now rewarding us for our loyalty, our faith, and our trust in him all these years. For those of us who have been here for a few years, I think this is his way of saying thank you for believing in me. So these are blessings that I feel, earned by our trust and belief.
And it's loyalty, if I might add just a little bit to that, as Tony might say.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just add a little bit here.
Sure.
Loyalty is what makes us family.
Yes.
And while Lynn has had the opportunity to meet, I would say most of the panel, I haven't, and I look forward to those days. And we're going to have one heck of a party in Marty's living room. That's all I can say. So it looks like we probably should wrap up for this evening.
Yeah, because I know people will have to get up early and be there at this epic extravaganza that is sure to be, what's the word?
Lavish.
Lavish. That's the word. So we're all looking forward to attending this lavish event. And, it's going to be a great one, a memorable one. So let's all get ourselves going to it and make sure that if you have an organization, bring them to the event. Let's show Mr. Mufara our enthusiasm and love by showing up tomorrow.
And this will be, I would say, since it's being broadcast on YouTube, it's open to the public. So the world is going to know our names today or tomorrow, wherever you are.
Yeah.
For Collins, for you, it's today.
Another historic day, you guys. Yet another one. There's going to be many more, but each one is very special.
That's for sure. And we do want to say one special thank you to Mr. Yin Yang 444. We had made an error in our posting in the back office, and Mr. Yin was Mr. Yin Yang.
Yin Yang 444.
Caught it.
That's
444. That's our guy. He caught it, and he's caught a couple of things in the past, and we're very grateful to you.
We're grateful because he looks out for us. He really lets me know, Lynn, I think you forgot this, or whatever it be the case. He saved us so many times. And we also want to thank him for these lovely emoji comments that he creates. They're beautiful. They're work of art, you guys. Look at it. Love, light, peace, gratitude to all ONPASSIVians. But it's so beautiful to behold. And the meaning is there. He has a heart for ONPASSIVE. He is a true visionary. So thank you, Yin Yang. Special thanks to you.
And if we can send maybe an extra prayer out to Mr. DeGarmo. He's a little under the weather, and he still came to the dance, and we're very grateful to you, Marty, as well. Do try what Gina Leva suggested, the hot tea with honey, and she had some kind of an herb along with that, so I'd have to look back. But tea with honey and lemon sounds good to me right now. So we're very grateful for our audience tonight. We were at 279, which is not too
shabby.
True. And we'll be back tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. as we have been for 274 consecutive nights. We'll be back tomorrow night. Topic-wise, let's see what happens tomorrow at 0900 hours. So everybody, please be there. Lavish it will be.
And please come to RobLynn Live so we can share our joy and excitement of what we experienced.
Does that include me?
Yes, includes you,
Okay.
of course.
All right, I guess I'll be here tomorrow night. So what should we say good night, Gracie?
Good night, George.
And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Good night.
Good night. And again, StreamYard, just gotta love StreamYard. I can't wait to go to OConnect. But in the meantime, we are using StreamYard and they're not letting us end our broadcasts. So I'll have to leave you where you are and I'll have to log in again in order to end this broadcast.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love StreamYard, I tell you. Hold on a second. You guys are free to go if you gotta go.
Okay. Good night.
Night. Sorry about
night.
that.
Thank you very much for being here, Dr. Pekam.
Thank you.
Why does it do that to us?
I don't know. Let's see.
Allow mic. Okay.
Okay, we can go back in.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for waiting. But they can still chat while we're live. I don't know if they can hear us.
Yes, last night they could. I would say the mic is working like it says.
Oh, okay. So you guys can hear us. You guys can keep chatting, and we'll be in to end the broadcast in a second. No. Be right there. Okay, we're here.
Well, so we'll say good night to everybody, and thanks for being here. See everyone tomorrow. Get ready. It's going to be epic tomorrow, today, whatever it is, Saturday is.
Thank you all for being here. Be sure to join us tomorrow night so we can share excitement. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.